Yo, what is going on, guys? It's Bruin Steel here, and welcome back to another WWE broadcast. I'm your host, Bruin Steel, and I'm once joined by Canadian Yorker. How's it going?
It's going pretty well. How about you?
Good, good. It's gonna be a great talk. We are recapping yesterday's Monday Night Raw on September 18th in Salt Lake City in Utah. So it's gonna be a good talk. So a lot of stuff has happened, and we're almost to Fastlane, which is taking place in Indianapolis soon. So October 7th. So we are recapping Monday Night Raw September 18th in Salt Lake City. So let's get this started. So Cody Rhodes opened up the show and he asked what Salt Lake City they want to talk about, and basically he wants to talk about Jey Uso. And once again, he's interrupted by Dominik Mysterio, who said that he's gonna dedicate his win over Cody to Mommy, who I think right now Rhea Ripley, who right now is injured, and Cody Rhodes was like, "Oh, it seems like Rhea Ripley has her eyes on Jey Uso instead of Dominic Mysterio." Um, yeah, that part was funny, and then he did a dating reference, like couple thing, so it was hilarious. And this leads this leads to a Cody Rhodes versus Dominic Mysterio, the first match of the that evening. Um, with Finn Balor and Damien Priest at ringside. So what did you think of the opener?
Like I said last week, it was great to see Dominic Mysterio get his butt kicked and handed to him. And this was a great win for Cody Rhodes to really put the whipping on the whipping boy. And Dominic obviously has a long way to go before he calls himself the greatest heel ever known in the WWE. He obviously has generated a lot of heat. A lot of people don't like him, and I think he has a long way to go. Um, it was a great win for him. Great pickup for Cody. Just a little um, blip on his radar, but he's got bigger fish to fry. So
All right. And of course, Cody Rhodes versus Dominic Mysterio, the first match. It was pretty short. Um, surprisingly, Damien Priest and Finn Balor didn't get a lot of interference, but Cody Rhodes wins, hits the crossroads on Dominic Mysterio to get the win. Um, but post match, Judgment Day tried to attack Cody, but once again, Kevin Owens and Sami then makes the save, leaving Judgment Day to leave with their heads high. Kevin that leads to the next promo, which is Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn, and Cody Rhodes. So, what did you think of this Dominic versus Cody Rhodes match?
Dominic versus Cody Rhodes. The Judgment Day is going to do what the Judgment Day does. They try to attack your numbers. Oh, excuse me. They lost this round. They retreated. It's great to see, um, you know, Cody Rhodes win. And he obviously still growing, still getting better, getting bigger. He still has to face Roman Reigns at WrestleMania and get that win under his belt. He's still got to finish his story.
All right. Next segment is Kevin Owens sitting on the top rope where Sami Zayn and Cody Rhodes are on the ground, well, in the ring. Kevin Owens asked Cody if Jey Uso is back on Raw because of him. Cody Rhodes said that yes, it's true. And Kevin Owens asked Cody Rhodes for explanation. Cody Rhodes said that everyone deserves a second chance. It takes time. Jey also deserves a second chance and deserves that to show that he has changed after he left the bloodline. Um, and Sami said that it's going to be taking a while to warm up because he said that once again, Sami Zayn wasn't once in Jey Uso's um, Jey Uso's shoes, and would you know Kevin Owens gave Sami Zayn's chance after chance. And what happened? They won the tag team titles in the main event in WrestleMania. And Owen says, "Oh, I'm gonna pretend that Jey Usos didn't cost him so many matches. Oh, he's gonna pretend that he didn't cost Cody Rhodes the undisputed tag team titles." And basically, he told Sami Zayn and Cody Rhodes that I still don't. I trust you guys because you're my friend, but I'm gonna believe you. So you better hope you're right. Ending the segment. So what did you think?
It's highly understandable that Kevin Owens doesn't trust Jey Uso. He still has, like he said, he definitely still has a long way to go to rebuild before he regains the trust of not just Kevin Owens, but most of the other wrestlers on the SmackDown on the Raw roster. And so yeah, he has to regain their trust because he definitely attacked them in the past. They don't trust him, and a lot of them still have bad feelings toward him. So he has to really take those hits and keep on learning from those mistakes and moving forward, and and eventually regaining people's trust because people don't trust him and they don't trust the bloodline. That's for sure. So
Alright, so the next match is Ivar, one half of the Viking Raiders versus Kofi Kingston. It was supposed to be the New Day versus the Viking Raiders in a tag team best out of three fall match, but Adam Pearce said that Eric, the other half of the Viking Raiders, wasn't medically cleared. Apparently, he was injured, so their scheduled tag team match, best 2 out of 3 fall match, was canceled. So it was just gonna be a regular one-on-one match. So Xavier Woods and Kofi Kingston played rock paper scissors shoot to see who gets to face Ivar. So that was hilarious. Kofi Kingston won. So the next match was Ivar versus Kofi Kingston. Oh man, this was a great match. I actually saw Ivar was gonna win. Ivar hit his Tiger Driver, and it was a it was a Bronco Buster from on top of the it's a sunset flip power bomb, and it was on top of the rope, and then somehow I was shocked. Kofi Kingston should have stayed down, but he kicked out in 2.5. But Kofi Kingston was able to hit the Trouble in Paradise on Ivar to win the match. So there you have it. Kofi Kingston beats Ivar in a one-on-one match by pinfall with his finisher, which is the Trouble in Paradise. What did you think of this match?
it's a great win for Kofi. He picks up a big win against a bigger opponent, a heavier opponent, and so it shows his craftiness in this match. So he's definitely got still got a lot of potential to do damage. Um, he can't obviously Kofi doesn't win much against taller opponents, but he definitely won this one.
Alright, the next match is a rematch between Shinsuke Nakamura and Ricochet. These two guys are feuding so hard right now. Um, Shinsuke Nakamura makes his entrance, but Seth Rollins tried to come out and attack Shinsuke Nakamura, but Shinsuke Nakamura just taunts him and hides behind security. So that's basically what happened. So the next match is Ricochet versus Shinsuke Nakamura. Um, it went back and forth, but Shinsuke Nakamura wins by disqualification because Ricochet had enough of Shinsuke Nakamura's bullshit. um, by hitting Shinsuke Nakamura with a steel chair, causing the disqualification win for Shinsuke Nakamura. And after that, again, Seth freaking Rollins can't handle himself and attack Shinsuke Nakamura, but Shinsuke Nakamura damages Seth freaking Rollins back even more. Seth freaking Rollins tried to hit a pedigree on the steel chair, but Shinsuke Nakamura flipped him over back first into the steel chair, and Shinsuke Nakamura attacked him again by putting him back first into the announce table, injuring Seth Rollins. By the way, he also grabbed the steel chair and started attacking Ricochet's leg with it. It's just complete chaos with the whole Shinsuke Nakamura. Oh my god, he's been becoming just a demented villain right now. A turned heel, probably the best heel. Plus, he grabbed a cut up head of Seth Rollins in the crowd and taunted Seth Rollins. So, what did you think of this whole match and chaos?
I think Shinsuke Nakamura is really thriving in the heel scene, and he's doing a lot more with himself than he was when he was a babyface. So he's doing his thing. He really wants that World Heavyweight Championship. I think it's a matter of time before Seth Rollins' body just gives out. The longer he keeps fighting, the more damage he's doing to his body. That's not good for him. It's not good for his health. He could become paralyzed, from the waist down because of the damage that Shinsuke Nakamura is doing to him and the damage that he's doing to his own body. He's got to be safe and be careful. Uh, it's not easy fighting with a bad back. If push comes to shove, he's got to give up. He may have to give up his title so he can focus on regaining some of it or most of his strength.
All right. Excuse me. All right. The next match is Chelsea Green and Pimper Nivens, the women's tag team champions, versus Shayna Baszler and Zoey Stark. This is a match that I'm expecting to see in the future, with the titles on the line. It went back and forth, but y'all know the return of Nia Jax last week, and she just showed up again, showing the world, sending a warning to the back stage area to all the people in the women division. Chelsea Green and Pimperneva wins by disqualification. Nia Jax shows up again and just completely destroys Shayna Baszler. And another fact is, the last time Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler faced off, Shayna Baszler actually broke her arm. So obviously she wants redemption there, and she completely squished Shayna Baszler. She completely smashed Zoey Stark, and she crushed Chelsea Green in the corner of the ring, and that pretty much ends the match. Chelsea Green and Pimperneva wins by disqualification. Just a complete massacre by Nia Jax. What are your thoughts?
I am beginning not to like Nia Jax as a wrestler because she is intentionally injuring the female roster. She's intentionally injured Rhea Ripley. She's intentionally injured Raquel Rodriguez. Now she's intentionally injuring Shayna Baszler. Of course, she has her payback for that, but still, she's intentionally injuring her. She's intentionally injuring the other females that were there, also, and she just can't hold back on her strength. I think that's a negative for her. She can't help it, but she intentionally injures another female wrestler. So this has to end. She needs to stop getting involved in these matches, and he just needs to focus on uh, other matters that are present and capable of doing. Um, So Nia Jax, I'm not really liking her too much in these matches where she's interfering and stuff. So that's just a negative for me.
All right. Next segment is the next match is Bronson Reed versus Chad Gable. How this came about is the backstage segment. Adam Pearce was on the phone when Chad Gable rolled up asking an update on Seth Rollins, and he was keeps asking Adam Pearce for another Intercontinental shot at Gunther. But Bronson Reed rose up and talked some shit to Gable, which made Paul Pierce, sorry, not Paul Pierce, what the hell, Adam Pearce, to set up the match. So we had Bronson Reed versus Chad Gable. By the way, there was another segment. Damien Priest still trying to, members of the Judgment Day still trying to recruit Jey Uso, but this time it's Damien Priest instead of Finn Balor from last week. So Bronson Reed versus Chad Gable is the next match. It went back and forth, but I just didn't like this match because the way they made Chad Gable lose. So yeah, Bronson Reed gets the win off of a 747 slash, which is deadly. He basically jumped off the top rope, a tsunami slash on Chad Gable. Bronson Reed beats Chad Gable by pitfall. Like I said, after his awesome match with 2 times with Gunther, they just buried Chad Gable like that. Like why? So yeah, Bronson Reed beats Chad Gable by pinfall with a tsunami splash, also known as a 747 splash. So what are your thoughts on this match?
I don't really have much to say. I don't know. It's just a great win for Bronson Reed. Chad Gable, he's fighting for the World Heavyweight Intercontinental Championship. Um, so that's like an entirely different beast right there. But for a Bronson man, um, Bronson Reed, sorry, that's a pickup win for him. Chad Gable obviously is still focused on the World Heavyweight International title, so um, I'd like to see how it goes with that um, on the football side. Um, so that's all.
All right. So next up, Becky Lynch. I didn't really mention it because it was NXT, but Becky Lynch defeats Tiffany Strawless to win the NXT Championship, making her a champion that has hold every single championship. I forgot what you call it. But she is the next minute. She's doing an open challenge. She wants to be a fighting champion and explain that there's a lot of the people in NXT that wants it. But her open challenge was accepted by Natalia, who has lost twice to Rhea Ripley. She says she's been waiting in the backstage patiently for another chance. Um, but Becky Lynch kind of tried to decline her, saying that she has nothing respect for Natalia, but she meant someone who never had NXT. Natalia shoves her. It's official. Becky Lynch versus Natalia for the NXT Women's Championship in Becky Lynch's first title defense. It's an open challenge. It went back and forth, and eventually Becky Lynch wins by pitfall, defeating Natalia by a schoolboy pin, which is a backslide pin to retain the NXT Women's Championship. So, what did you think of this match?
Mm, a lot of things that happened in this match. So Becky Lynch beats Natalia. Um, that's kind of an obvious win for Becky. But Natalia was really putting up a fight against her. Um, so it's interesting to see how Natalia works in the ring and how Becky works in the ring.
All right.
So,
So next segment is Tommaso Ciampa, Tommaso Ciampa versus one half of the Imperialism, Giovanna Vinci. So this was an okay of a match. Obviously, Vinci had Ludwig Kaiser run interference, but um, Ciampa eventually wins by submission with the Sullivan stretch, which is his submission move. So yeah, Tom Soul's Ciampa, however, defeats Vinci. I'm just gonna say that Vinci by submission. What did you think of this match?
I'm not going to say it was a meaningless match, but I'm just going to say that the match was kind of like the not the rated type of movie that you want to see, but it just this was one of those B-roll matches. It was a good match. Just have to see how far and fast Tommaso Ciampa goes.
All right, and right after that, we get a segment with Seth Rollins getting interviewed. He said he's sick of Shinsuke Nakamura. I'm not gonna dive too much in it, but he said that you named it place, you can pick the stipulation, so we might see a stipulation match between Seth Rollins and Shinsuke Nakamura at Fastlane. So we'll see what happens. But moving on from that, we are heading to the main event of Monday Night Raw. Drew McIntyre versus main event Jey Uso. This is probably the best match that I saw. It went back and forth. Judgment Day coming out, trying to gain Jey Uso's trust. It was just a hard hitting match. I really liked it. Drew hitting spine busters, and that's just that. And Judgment Day asked Jey Uso they want to answer right now, while he was going on with while he was dealing when he was in the match. And what you know, Jey Uso fist pumped Damien Priest, but he said no, I decline. Jey Uso super kicks Damien Priest, and then he super kicks Dominik Mysterio and then Finn Balor. But because of that, he gets distracted. Drew McIntyre hits the Claymore kick on Jey Uso, getting the win. Drew McIntyre defeats Jey Uso by pinfall with the Claymore kick. But post match, Judgment Day didn't like how Jey Uso declined them. So three of them, Dominik Mysterio, Damien Priest, and Finn Balor, started to beat up on Jey Uso, with Drew McIntyre standing on top of the stage, conflicting to help him or not. But McIntyre turns and walks up the stage, but stops. But he looks back. He's like, should I help him or not? He waits too long, but eventually a man that I never expected to help Jey Uso, Cody Rhodes comes down and makes the save and helps Jey Uso, hitting the crossroads on Dominik Mysterio. At the end, Cody Rhodes helps Jey Uso up, ending the show. So that's it. What did you think of the main event?
Well, Jey Uso certainly had his hands full and took care of the business. Took out the three members of Judgment Day. So he's really he's really got he has bigger fish to fry, and he's moving up in his own way, and it's exciting to see. I can't wait to see when he wraps up this story. So
Yeah.
what are your thoughts on it, Jeff?
I don't know. Kevin Owens needs some time to trust Jay, and I forgot to mention there was a backstage segment with Kevin Owens, Jey Uso, and Sami Zayn, and it just went to chaos, and Sami Zayn had to split them apart. Kevin Owens says, "Oh, it doesn't matter if you join Judgment Day or not. I don't trust you." So there's gonna be a lot of trusting that Jay needs to do for Kevin Owens. But anyways, I don't think I missed anything else. Segment with Dominik Mysterio and Adam Pearce backstage saying that it wasn't fair because mommy Rhea Ripley wasn't by his side. And Dragon Lee is a NXT superstar, came up and said that he wants to challenge Dominik Mysterio. So the match got official for the North American title. So I kind of want Dominik to lose the title, but I don't even know that's probably not going to happen. But that's that, and then there were some other segments I don't really think that was that important. But yeah, that's gonna conclude the Monday Night Raw on September 18th. So what did you um so overall, actually, what did you think? But overall, I thought it was okay. Um, but in terms of grades, I think I will give this show a B minus. So what did you think?
I'm gonna have to give this show a B. I'm gonna give this a B minus. The reason why is because of a couple of things. There was some issues with. Um, oh yeah, there were some issues with you know the as for first of all Nia Jax, just messing things up with for the women's Raw women's matches, and she's just I don't think she's a liability for the women's division, and it's not fair for her to be going out there and laying waste to um, the other wrestlers who are doing their best. Um, she's got so there's that. Um, the uh, the other things, seeing the the amazing influence that is going on in WWE, and the storyline's changing. So it's exciting to see that changing, and I'm interested in hearing what um, in seeing what things happen. So
All right. So yeah, that will do it. That will be the recap of the Monday Night Raw from September 18th in Salt Lake City. It was overall I give it a B minus. It was a great show. But
yes,
yeah, next up is Friday Night SmackDown this Friday. So we will be back for a broadcast this coming Sunday. We got some work scheduling, so usually we do it like Saturday, but I had working nights now, so it's difficult. But next Sunday I'm off, so we wait for Sunday to come. We'll be doing a broadcast for this coming Friday Night SmackDown, and some of the matches that I know that were announced is IYO Sky is going to be defending her women's championship against Asuka. That's going to be amazing. And there's going to be the Bloodline is going to be waiting for John Cena, so I can't wait to see another segment between. And I think that's all I saw. So I'm really hoping to see another segment between the Bloodline and John Cena. Maybe they actually did book AJ Styles and John Cena versus the Bloodline. We'll see. But anyways, I'm Bruin Steele, your host. That will do it for our Raw recap. Thank you guys for watching. And once again, this is Canadian Yorker. Any last second thoughts you wanna put out?
I can't wait to see this AJ Styles John Cena team up here. That's
It's
gonna
not
be
official though. It's
awesome.
not official. It only says Bloodline's gonna wait for John
Well,
Cena or
we'll
something.
see. We'll see. We'll see. I'm seeing. We're gonna see this happen. Um, it's gonna be exciting to see the other matches occurring. It's gonna be real good. Um, yeah, the SmackDown has a lot of heavy hitters. So we're gonna see some banger matches. Um, it's gonna be real interesting to see what happens come Friday.
Alright, that will do it. Thank you guys for watching. You guys take it easy.
Take it easy.